Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Loki Orn, and we're back at it in Darkest Dungeon 2, starting out on the second run of my Fresh Start series. Unfortunately, our first run ended in failure. We just got bodied by the cultists, but we did manage to limp to the inn and pick up 60 candles. So, of course, that means it's time to talk about what do you do after your first run. Now, obviously, I would have preferred to get to the Chains of Denial and down them, but I think 60 candles is a pretty good pickup. So, just thinking about kind of where to spend your money. The first 5 candles you spend, go ahead and buy the Orphan Wolf Cup. The 5% stress resistance per luxury gear item equipped is decent. There are some pretty good luxury gear items, but really it's the plus 10% positive relationship chance. These 5 candles are an absolute no-brainer. The Orphan Wolf Cup will show up every time, so this is just a flat buff. Now, it's worth considering, if you have a lot of candles, maybe you like Pliskin or a natural owlet. But I think for us, and in this situation, we're just going to grab the Wolf Cub and keep moving. Next up, another 19 candles goes into getting to here, reinforcing. What this does in the journey tree is, it gives us some more inventory, which is nice, but really an extra wheel point and an extra armor point. That would have probably helped us materially in our last run if we had that extra point to maybe avoid getting in one more battle and getting just a little bit more torn up. So definitely want to spend those points here. There's definitely a lot of argument to go for like wealth, foresight, reconstruction. Like there's a lot of good upgrades in resourcefulness and even more in journey. However, I want to jump over to the living city and our companions here and upgrade them. And now the first thing I want to say is it is personal preference which heroes you have unlocked and how you want to play. My philosophy kind of approaching this is I think the base 4 heroes are more than capable of full clearing every confession. And every hero you unlock is more hero shrines, more investment you have to do to get them to be more powerful. For example, it's 8 candles just to unlock the Hellion. And that's an investment that could be going elsewhere. So for right now, I'm not going to unlock any new heroes. I'm good with the 4 we have. If I was to unlock another hero, it'd probably be somebody to replace the Grave Robber, perhaps the Runaway, perhaps the Flagellant. But I think for our purposes, we're going to stick with these 4 and try to get a really powerful team to push up the confessions rather than trying to kind of spread ourselves too thin. To that end, the Highwayman, another 8 candles, gets us the Rogue Hero Path, but more importantly, Unshakability. 10% stun resistance is pretty high impact against a denial. And the same is true of the Man-at-Arms, who gets us Sergeant, but also 10% stun resistance. So that's 16 candles right there. But that does net us, that extra stun resistance, hero paths, and, a couple of trinkets and some extra death blow resistance, which probably would have come in handy. For the Grave Robber and Plague Doctor, though, we're only going to spend 6. And the reason is that the Grave Robber's 8 candle is +1 speed, which is not as exciting. There is an argument if you've got more candles to perhaps go after his rings, because that's quite a lot of blight, and we might actually do that depending on what we have. But I definitely would recommend, if you're coming off your first run, go ahead and unlock Deadeye. The vast majority of the Grave Robber's good skills are ranged. This is just an awesome upgrade. So let's go ahead and get Deadeye. And then finally, Plague Doctor. Let's go ahead and drop 6 candles and get Surgeon. Much like the Grave Robber, her 4th level is 10% disease resistance. Not very exciting, so I think we can live without that. Surgeon, though, is quite powerful. An annotated textbook along with it, so that feels good. So now we have a choice. We have 8 candles left. If I had unlocked better food, I might drop 5 candles into this and get his rings, because that really amps up the poison dart skill. But I think we need to go into the working fields and finish out by dumping candles into in items until we get stale bread or steak and spuds. Restorative herbs is a nice pickup. We'll need that for later, but we don't need it right now. Mop and bucket. Okay, come on. You can do it. Come on, give me the food. Jeez. Thank you. Jeez. We got stale bread, and at this point, we'll drop the rest into combat items because we're really looking to see healing salve. Getting that early food unlock is going to be quite impactful for us, just giving us some added stats. Smelling salts isn't awful, but we were really hoping to see healing salve or adrenaline rush or adrenaline tonic. Sadly, they didn't show up, so that's our 60 candles. Let's go and get to the crossroads and get back to business here. Unfortunately, we don't have any choice but to take denial.
Your sanctum, adrift in this bituminous nightmare.
Bituminous is a word.
Interminable faculty socials became something of a delight, knowing we'd abscond to a quiet table and lose ourselves in riveting discussion and passionate debate.
Very good. Now, heading into the crossroads, we didn't unlock any new heroes, so we're stuck with the 4 we have. I say stuck. I don't know if I'm really stuck per se. I kind of want it. But let's set up our formation now. First of all, so Wanderer gives one extra candle, but Surgeon is a pretty substantial upgrade for the Plague Doctor. And we can put her into the 3rd rank. Check her quirks were there. Sneaky's not bad. Resolute is sort of irrelevant. And the Plague Doctor is now set up for success. That means the Grave Robber gets moved back 1, which is quite fine because, again, 3 of her 3 main skills right now are ranged. So we're giving up on pick to the face, but I hardly think that matters in the name of that extra damage output. And her quirks, unfortunately, she does have Slugger, which is unfortunate. There's a world where we think about moving her forward, but I really kind of want to have the Surgeon Plague Doctor. So I think we're just gonna give up on Slugger for the moment. It's a pity, but I think we can live without it. At least it's not a trait that's actively bad for us. Now here's where things get a little more interesting. Rogue suggests that we're going to go into the front rank and drop Tracking Shot. And there we go. We've got kind of the Rogue standard update here. Rogue, as a reminder, gives us that 25% damage boost and also causes Point Blank Shot to give her post. Not as exciting to me as Sharp Shot would have been, but still quite good, and definitely gives us an added bit of damage and power. Do have Calm, which is not bad, and Blundering, which we are gonna have to get rid of. Yikes, that is not a good trait. And finally, that means the Man-at-Arms in the 2nd rank, though he won't be living there. There's a consideration for Sergeant, but I think we need the damage output, and now that we have Retribution, I don't really see the need for Sergeant at the moment. We literally can't go to the Leviathan yet. Another Shadowborn and stiff knees. That's probably fine. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take out another named formation, and one that'll be familiar if you've watched my project runs. We're taking out Point Blank Inspection. Referencing the idea that you unlock that Point Blank Shot skill and you want to give it a little inspection. And we'll get moving, and hope everyone's enjoying this series, or at least the concept of it. I'm excited to be playing through the game fresh. But that doesn't mean the regular project runs won't continue. I'll be sort of interspersing the two because I want to keep grinding away at the project. We have if I just check my second monitor for a second. I think I have a final count. I've done 42 completed runs out of 140, so we've got a long way to go, but we're having a good time getting there. as we get that surgeon damage starting to tick. And Dismas already bringing the fire here. Oh no, you moved you moved Dismas into the front rank. Whatever will he do there? Oh, shoot you in the face. I guess that's what's happening here. Well, Paracelsus doesn't give him that chance.
An inkling of potency still lingers.
That's a disappointing trinket pickup, but that's okay. We can live with it. But yeah, so, you know, the project runs will continue. I'm just taking these as kind of an opportunity to intersperse different activities. And let's hit our first in, kind of spend our mastery points and get set up for our next stage here.
The place is a little worse for wear, but familiar nonetheless.
Let's see, marked roads or peace and hope. 4 candles to clear out the lair. The problem with that is we still don't have Plague Grenade. And until we have Plague Grenade, we really can't do it. Yeah. This is tempting, but we still can't do the Dreaming General. We can't really do the Librarian either. We're a little bit better at it, but actually Surgeon is not stellar at it. We'd rather, again, Plague Grenade. So I think, unfortunately, we're probably going to skip both layers again, just because we still don't have like the kit that I think you really need to go after these those lair bosses. Not my favorite. We do have an improved Radiant Flame. I don't think we're going to take it here because I think we can do without, but if we keep struggling, we will eventually just slot this in and use it as a hammer. We will pick up our Orphan Wolf Cub. A Heat Shield is worth considering. We could grab a Heat Shield. An Anchoring Charm is also somewhat tempting, but I think we can wait for better. Definitely think we buy another 2 pieces of stale bread, though. Get food into everybody. Get everyone healed up. We do want Dismas going fast, so let's get that. Get him at least up to 7 is decent. Don't think we have any relationship ticks anywhere, so... There we go. Let's see. Mop and Bucket. All right. What buff did he get? He got round start strength. Oh, he got both of them. Or maybe it does just give you both. We'll save the restorative herbs. There's a world where we could go after the librarian, but I don't think we are, unfortunately. As before, we're going to upgrade kind of our 2 big damage skills there. Poison Dart is an excellent upgrade. I kind of wish we could upgrade Incision, but I think we have to hold off and make sure we have Bolster and Retribution upgraded. And that should give us enough stability to head into the Sprawl pretty confidently. 2 Burn Salves and another Stimulating Poultice seems kind of good. Do I want this Anchoring Charm? Kind of think we hold off. Yep. All right. We'll save that for next time. We'll pop the Burn Salves in here. May as well, I guess. And that'll do it. So thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Let the YouTube algorithm know I make content that people like you like to watch. And tune in next time as Point Blank Inspection heads into the Sprawl for our second of our fresh run profile. Till then, see ya.